After giving birth, Martha was shocked to find out that the child's father was living a double life. You see, Teray had been in a relationship with a woman named Carolyn for 10 years while also dating Martha. But despite this, he was able to convince Martha to take him back and even marry him. The problem is, Teray never broke it off with Carolyn, and things got even worse when Carolyn accused Martha and Teray of burning and drugging her son when he was only 3 years old.
I sent him to go with his father. Before I sent him on the trip, I gave him a bath. I lotioned him from head to toe. I put him on a brand new outfit, brand new sneakers. I physically put him in his father's hands myself, so I know how I sent him. He came back, it was 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I was working 2 jobs at the time. He was asleep. I'm thinking he's doing me a favor by him being asleep, so I didn't think nothing of it. I went to sleep. I get up the next morning, it's like 5:30 in the morning, I'm getting ready for work. So happened, my son's arm was up. That's when I saw the burn. I instantly start calling his dad, like, what happened? What happened? He's not answering the phone, he's not answering any voice message. So I calmed myself down because I had to realize it's 5:30 in the morning, so I gave him a timeline. He has till 12 o'clock when I go to lunch to tell me something. Why did you even drop him off to me and not tell me my child was hurt? Before I could leave at lunchtime, my relative is calling me like the soap operas are coming on 12:30. Your baby up 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I just had to wake him up. Why is he not up? I said he has a burn under his arm. She said he's been drugged. He don't sleep this long. I think 60, 90 days later, the CPS case was closed. I was cleared of all charges. They found negligence on the father's behalf. I was awarded full custody in court with supervised visits on the weekend for his dad, and that's how we've been rocking. He met Martha at a job that he was working. He got her pregnant, lied about it to the very end, till the baby came apart, and that's when me and him split. But even when we split, he's still been dealing with me the whole time. I have a 2-year-old daughter. That's his child. We never stopped messing with each other. I want to know if Martha had anything to do with my son being burned, if she knew anything about my son being burned, if they let someone else watch my child, and it happened off of their watch, but he was still in their care, and they trying to cover for somebody.
First of all, I would never hurt an innocent child, elderly, nobody.
Do you think that your husband is still sleeping with her?
You know, Steve, I really can't answer that because he's been so slick.
And even though he was never married to Carolyn, he has kids with her, right?
Yes.
And he had kids with her while he was with you.
Yes.
How did you find out about Carolyn?
Carolyn, I found out about her 2 weeks after I had my first son. She inboxed me on Facebook and revealed how she's been with him for 10 years and how she was trying to, you know, find me to get in contact, how...
And how did that blow your mind? Or?
Absolutely. I'm like, you got me wrapped up in some stuff, so I did. We ambushed him. Like, me and her, we set him up. We went to the house. I cleared my name with her of the lies that he was telling her.
You never burned a child?
Never, not on accident.
Did you drug the child?
Absolutely not. I've never even given him Tylenol or anything.
So you find out because CPS contacts you, right?
They contacted my husband and said that they wanted to meet us. I was at work and they were asking, like, can you please come for work? And I'm like, sure, no problem. And I ran right over there. The worker, she asked, did I burn him? Was he burnt with us? And I'm like, no. She looked around my house, checked my cupboards, make sure it was food. She, you know, she got a little background. And she went and she was like, I don't find nothing. She said that, I don't find nothing here. You guys are all right. And
so the case was kind of like dropped.
Never heard anything else of it.
All right, well, let's meet Teray's, I don't know how.
Baby mother.
Baby's
the kid's mother.
Okay, let's meet Carolyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I sent my child.
Don't walk up on me. Don't walk up because you're not ready for that.
Just did it. I definitely just did it. I trusted y'all with my baby. I perfectly think I gave my baby a bath.
Be the one to clear the air.
I lotioned him from head to toe. See? Between every toe, every head. I brushed his hair. I got him dressed. What's going on back here?
Exactly why I wanted to clear my name. People are will not hurt me and my family because they think something else. We're not here for them. We're not here for them. We're here to clear my name in our household.
You're saying You didn't burn your
I
son.
didn't burn my son. I just found out about this drug. I didn't know nothing about none of it.
Accusation brought up.
Absolutely
So
not.
that's just
That's
come.
brand
Brand
All right.
new.
Why do you think that this is being brought up now?
Because she's a loser. Look at her. Look at her demeanor. Look how she acts. This is what she's all about. This is why she has nobody and nothing.
Well, when's the last time you were with her in a sexual way?
Years ago.
Years ago.
Years ago.
Not since you've been married.
Hell, well, yeah, since I was married, I got a 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. The hospital report says it could represent a first-degree burn healing, and it looks healthy. Or maybe the child was playing and touched some hot metal bars or jumping over a small fence. Could also be abuse. Jumping over the fence, I mean, he was 2 years old
Yeah,
at the time.
and we ain't have no
Son,
fences.
Yeah.
I mean, he got on the rides.
So, but
happy.
the point is, it's inconclusive.
4 months ago, I was sleeping with him. I was messing with him. I just recently moved into a new place. And since I moved in my new place, I started looking at life different because I left everything in there. And I took my TVs and my kids. And it was a new start in life for me.
And
I
you said, I'm gonna make some changes.
I gotta start somewhere because I got a daughter.
So you did sleep with him 4 months ago?
Oh, I did. He's still trying to sleep to this day.
So they've been married 5 years. Were you sleeping together the whole 5 years?
Period. Yes.
Yeah. Let's bring your brother Emmanuel out.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
You're very upset.
Yes.
And what upsets you the most?
Right now, I was actually trying to be calm, trying to be the voice of reasoning for my sister while we were here. I've been calm this whole trip. When she was spazzing, I'm telling her to be calm to this point she's getting mad at me. He's trying to rush her like he's about to do something to my sister. Like, no, that's not, we here for results and y'all keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Do you
it.
think Teray would intentionally burn his own child?
It's like, when it happened, I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still puzzling me.
Because if there is fighting, then I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, okay?
I'm not, sorry,
Okay, all right. So, Carolyn was asked, around that weekend, did you intentionally burn your son? She answered no. Do you know for sure how your son got burned? She answered no. The results came back the same for both questions, and it came back that Carolyn told the truth. Martha, you took a lie detector test concerning the burning of the child, and we asked you, did you intentionally burn Carolyn's son when he was 3 years old? You answered no. Do you know for a fact how Carolyn's son got burned? You answered no. On the day in question, did you medicate Carolyn's son before giving him back to Carolyn? You answered no. That weekend, did you leave Teray's son in the care of someone else? You answered no. That weekend, did you leave Teray's son unattended? You answered no. The result came back the same to each one of those 5 questions, and it came back that Martha told the truth. Teray, we asked you, did you intentionally burn your son when he was 3 years old?
Okay.
You answered no. Do you know for sure how your son got burned? You answered no. On the day in question, did you medicate your son before giving him back to Carolyn? You answered no. That weekend, did you leave your son in the care of someone else? You answered no. That weekend, did you leave your son unattended? You answered no. The results came back the same to those 5 questions, and it came back that Teray told the truth. I think you all love the little boy.
Absolutely.
And I don't think anybody on the stage would deliberately hurt this child. We have results whether they were intimate. I don't know if that even comes into play here. Do you want to just say, hey, we came here for the results that were important?
Word.
So I'm going to leave it up to you if we read the other results.
You can read them.
Did you have sexual intercourse with Teray about 4 to 5 months ago? She answered yes. The results came back the same to each of those 2 questions. It came back that Carolyn told the truth.
How's that popped?
And I put text messages too, like more recent than 4 or 5 months,
God.
like within 2 weeks.
Well, as a
Since
woman
I
and
moved-
where we
since I
were,
moved-
you should have been sending them to me, but you didn't
I
want to do
didn't.
that.
I'm assuming you really love your wife, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How can you love? I'm done, because you can't love me still sleeping with that after everything I through with you.
He will keep using you as long as you
I'm
allow
done,
him to.
Steve. I left my house, Steve. All I took was the TVs and the clothes off me and my kids' back, and I started fresh. I thank her for marrying him. I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.